Reserve time.
Walk
Alliance's
over
turn
them
to pick.
to victory.
Yeah. I want to know, will Relax pick Axe? That's the hero that they've been trying to work into their StarLadder play to not much avail, but they've run him at least
He'd
twice
get
now.
crushed in this
Team
lineup.
pick.
They have so much magic damage. Firstly, Ember Spirit's not really a true melee hero. He's not the definition of a melee hero.
Not the definite, not even close. He ain't no like it.
Axe would crush him. Sorry, Axe would not do very well versus Alliance's lineup though. Like the Dazzle's already a really good versus Axe, because Axe has a lot of physical damage with his spin.
Yeah.
And then reducing his armor post Berserker's
10
Call is
seconds
just
remaining.
he's going to be devastated. Axe actually doesn't have that high
5
armor to
seconds
begin with.
remaining.
Axe doesn't?
No.
Right, yeah, because he has.
Reserve time.
Nature's Prophet, the final pick for Alliance, a classic Bulldog hero.
This is a classic Alliance lineup.
It really is. Every single one of these heroes. It'll be the S4 Puck, the Loda Light Stealer,
Yeah.
and I don't know about Aki EGI. Is it an EGM Dazzle? These are kind of like interchangeable heroes.
I think Dazzle's probably the most unusual for them, but Dazzle's not unusual anymore.
Yeah, he's so strong. And especially in the hands of EGM, who tends to find farm and
10 seconds remaining.
untraditional places around the map. Dazzle is a support well suited
5
for his
seconds
farming.
remaining.
They are 7-0 with Dazzle and 6.80.
Wow.
Well, to be fair, what's their win rate? Their win rate is 75%.
Ooh.
So
Not Siren, final pick for RX. I think this is way too greedy.
which lanes are they going to win? Puck versus DK. Puck should come out slightly ahead, I say. And then like level 6, I think they both have kill opportunities on each other. But prior to that, Puck usually has a kill opportunity on DK, or at least may have one, especially with the support rotation. The Naga, if they do like some dual lanes with like Veno Naga, or sorry, AA Naga and Veno Ember Spirit, I think they'll lose out both of their dual lanes. Or they won't. They probably off it, and Lifesteal will get tons of farm.
Yeah,
So if they do 3-1-1, I think they'll do much better. But I don't know who they're gonna put in the off lane. They don't have a good off lane
Prepare
hero.
for
yeah,
battle.
that's part of the problem. Like I'm thinking about this draft right now, and I'm concerned they may try and offlane this Ember Spirit.
I think they could have just like solo Ember mid, and then maybe throw the DK top, and then try down. That would have been a little bit better.
You could safe lane the Dragon Knight. That's a possibility here.
But I don't know. Shacho gets pulled a lot. He might just be solo safe lane. That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
Certainly wouldn't, especially if it is Bulldog in the off lane. Be able to tango pretty well against the Nature's Prophet.
Maybe it's quad lane. They're just going to completely ditch top.
New meta quad lane. is that a strategy? Is that a thing? Have you ever seen a quad lane in a competitive game?
Apparently there was one in Navi's Captain Draft game, but in a Captain's Mode game, no.
Yeah, Captain's Draft, that throws a wrench.
To battle.
One of those. You question how serious the teams are taking that kind of a format to some degree, but it's still interesting. I would like to see.
I saw 5 lane once, but this was before
5 lane.
This was before towers were invulnerable prior to creep spawn. You just straight up just go for the T1 tower at the start.
What kind of a strategy is that?
What? You just take down the tower before the creeps even spawn. How can he stop it? It was like Lycan, it was with Techies, it was with a couple other ones. It was pretty awesome.
That's a ridious strategy.
I know,
The
but now
battle
towers are
begins.
invulnerable, so that
I'm glad you
that
can't do that
strategy is
anymore.
gone.
That's stupid, man. That's like
I've seen a lot of things.
that's like some I've seen a lot of things. All right, old man Merlini over here. Back in my day, we were pushing down towers before the creeps even spawned.
That is a true statement.
Oh gosh. All right, let's introduce these rosters. We've got the fan favorites, the heavy favorites coming into this game. Team Alliance, Admiral Bulldog himself will be in the solo safe lane on the Nature's Prophet. There will be S4 playing mid on the Fairy Dragon Puck, and it will be an aggressive try, Loda on the Lifestealer, EGM on the Bane, and it will be Ake playing on the Shadow Priest Dazzle.
And on the side of Relax, we have farming Venomancer in the off lane, played by
Radiant's middle
X.
tower
We
is
have
under
285 on the AA, rotating from bottom to mid. And we see Dread on the Naga Siren support, also rotating top. Take my Wild in the mid lane on the DK, very, very low in terms of HP. And in the safe lane, we have Shot Slow on the Ember Spirit, finally in the lane he can maybe thrive in.
Maybe. They're putting a lot of aggression towards his early game here. There will be a rotation up.
Alliance do not like Ember Spirit. They just like try and poop on them every game, early game.
I like the idea to go aggro try right here. There will be Naga coming up, but a double melee lane against this tri lane with 2 ranged supports. This is going to be difficult.
Yeah, especially dealing with the Shadow Wave.
AA is on his way up as well, but still, the double melee will just make this a lot harder for Relax. Plus the sustain from Dazzle. He did go Shadow Wave level 1, so all that physical damage works very well against Ember and Lane. As you can see, very low starting armor. Did grab that Ring of Protection, and he's going to need it.
Oh, Dread might be in a little bit of trouble.
Like, look at how well they're zoning him out right now. Shotchlo is, like, just so eager to about face and get the hell out of there.
Load at the free farm heaven yet again.
Yep.
He doesn't have rage yet, though.
A little bit risky.
Yeah, but they can just wait until he's level 3. It's not like Relax is getting anything out of this lane. They haven't creep pulled yet, but finally they've unblocked the spawn. 2 minutes. The rune will spawn on the bottom lane.
Yeah.
Bulldog scouting it out, going for that early phase boost build to deal with Venomancer. I'm just not a big fan of Venomancer solo anywhere.
Anywhere, not even mid?
No.
He can be okay against melee heroes.
He can be okay, but after that he doesn't do anything.
Yeah, he can get a fast mech. It's like it's a strategy that you have to build around. It can be okay. You like kind of peaks in the mid game. If he gets a fast mech, you can push and use that kind of.
Yeah, but you can just get a better pusher hero, like a DK or something like that, or a Lycanthrope even.
Yeah.
I think Venomancer tapers off a lot. He doesn't make use of the early experience because he's good without it.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I think he's good at holding the lane early on and then switching it out eventually. Gets kind of those 4 levels up. But yeah, it's definitely not ideal. Bulldog is doing just fine. They're actually even in last hits here.
They have rotated though.
And 13-2 on the Bulldog. But yeah, Shotchlo will port down. They're just trying to find space for him. They know against Bulldog, he won't be able to deny Ember Spirit's farm too much. But look at his last hits right now. Shotchlo is 3-0.
You are too slow.
Oh my gosh, this aggressive tri-lane has just already been so successful. Now they'll rotate Veno up.
Yeah, they know Venomancer's up to it. Now Admiral Bulldog can put out a lot of pressure on Shotchlo. He has phase boots, and Ember Spirit doesn't have boots. It's one of those games.
One of them.
It's
Yeah.
a level 4.5 versus a level 3. Yeah, you rotated, but wasn't it a little bit late?
Yeah, now, I mean, Bulldog should still be able to do just fine, and at the very least put some pressure onto the Ember Spirit. But what scares me more is, now, who's picking up the last hits in this tri-lane? I mean, I guess it's going to be Veno since he's off to the races, but Veno is like the position 1 in a tri-lane is less than ideal.
Admiral Bulldog under a lot of pressure on bottom. My goodness. A level 2 flame guard.
2 Flame Guard indeed. No point in Sleight of Fist, though.
Yeah, about that.
So this is really interesting for Relax. I think they're already just in trouble. Alliance have about 1,000 gold lead, 500 experience lead just from the laning phase alone. 4 minutes in, no towers or kills out quite yet. The mid lane is going the way of Puck, 26-5 versus the 16-1 Dragon Knight. Like you mentioned, Puck should have a pretty easy time, at least before DK hits level 6. And Loda, the last hit leader, aside from S4 in the mid lane. So he's still doing very well on last hits. Not quite in free farm heaven now, though, as it is 2 range versus 2 range.
They do have an Orb of Venom up on them, though, so they can get a pretty early kill if Relax even slightly overextend. Well, we do see a TP
Radiant's
scroll on the
middle
Bane. They
tower
might
is
try and
under
rotate
attack.
and kill the DK once Puck hits level 6. Those 2 heroes I don't think have enough damage, though. Maybe if Bane were level 3.
Yeah. And Puck is actually just about to hit level 6. Did grab it just now. So this is that opportunity to try and pick up a kill on the Dragon Knight before he gets his Elder Dragon form. They won't pull the rotation, though. They just want to make sure Loda gets his farm. S4 is already winning that mid lane pretty handily, so I think they'll be okay. Bulldog setting down Shotchlo's farm pretty well. He still only has 11 last hits on the board, so though he has made some recovery, still not too much. Flame Guard on. Try and zone out the Bulldog a little bit. Now there's a port coming down. It looks like it will be Bane. Still only level 3, as you mentioned. 2 points in that Brain Sap. They might be able to set up a
Flame
kill on
Guard is
Shotchlo.
down. This is bad.
Yep. Nightmare to start things off.
Doesn't have boots.
Oh no.
That could have been an easy kill.
Can he get the Sprout? Wow. He'll just walk away.
Easy.
Yeah, easy. And he's not level 6 as well. That was the time to try and shut down Shotchlo. He's about 2/3 of the way to hitting level 6. Probably 1/3 of the way.
Yeah, that should have been easy first blood. EGM could have approached, I think, from like up here, but I thought that he could just get an easy one. But there aren't any trees over here. Admiral Bulldog just cut them all down, making them treants.
Yeah.
And now that kind of leaves Loda out to dry on top lane. Now that they know that one of the supports has TP down bottom, they're free to play aggressively.
Yep, Loda will get caught inside of an ensnare up top, but open wounds come out. Now the Red's in big trouble. There's the Nature's Prophet ult as well. It takes some bounces. First blood comes out for Loda. Now Bulldog teleports up top. And this Ancient Apparition, he's in some trouble. They'll happily dive into that tower. They grab that kill. Meanwhile, Puck joining the party. Dream Coil on Venomancer. It's a 3-0. Alliance starting off with a bang.
Well, so much for that. I thought Relax were going to play aggressive on Lions, but when Lifesteal is up in your face and Nature's Prophet is level 6, didn't even know Admiral Bulldog was level 6, then yeah, they are in some trouble.
Dire's
Well,
top tower
that-
is under attack.
there goes there goes Relax's tri lane, and I mean, what did they even try to call it
Radiant's
this tri
middle
lane? Get
tower
levels on
is under
Veno and
attack.
AA and knockup? I mean, like none of them are really high level. Venomancer's, I guess, level 5 and he has treads, but it's just a Venomancer on the bottom lane. EGM under some pressure from Sochlo, but Dread is there. Might get the net off.
Uh-oh, EGM, he doesn't realize the Naga's inbound. There's the net, and he's in big trouble. Bolo's come out, the brain sap to try and buy some time. He just thrown in Feeble as well. Bulldog porting in, he might be able to clean this up. Loda was the surprise inside. Naga's definitely gonna fall. Shotchelo, nowhere to go. And they make it a 2-for-1. They trade their Bane for the Naga and Ember Spirit.
Nice survival by Bane. I mean, well, we see Dragon Knight and AA trying to kill Admiral Bulldog. He is really low, though.
Uh-oh. Bulldog's going to walk right into it and try and about face. There's the Elder Dragon form, looking for the Dragon Tail. He does have power treads, and there are...
Thanks be to you.
Phase boots up, just barely staying out of range. Shotchelo rejoining the fray now. Bulldog's in big trouble. He did use a salve. 2 ports coming in. The stun comes out onto Loda. Now Puck joining the party. Dream Coil comes out, connects with the Ancient Apparition. That's a kill. Now Tame My Wild, the target of choice. Ake, 2 points in the Poison Touch. We'll throw it out on Tame My Wild. Heal coming as well. Surprise inside. There's the Infest Bomb onto Dread, but a Breathe Fire straight away. That will repel them for now. Shotchelo, he's not out of the clear quite yet. He's totally out of mana, but will make it back to his buddies.
Dire's
Now
middle
Loda.
tower is under
He
attack.
takes a Dragon Tail. There's an ensnare. Dazzle inbound. He graves himself. That was a mistake, I think. But it's okay. Loda doesn't need it.
Yeah, I think if he had Breathe Fire, he would have died.
Yeah.
Prior to Rage.
It's all right since Loda survived, but would have been sort of humorous if he died there.
Yeah, you can grave Magic Immune units, so I'm not exactly sure why
I
that
think it
happened.
was just one of those double tap.
Oh, I hate that. Oh my goodness.
That would be my best guess. I mean, Dazzle he wasn't taking any damage, and he was at like 60%. He didn't, was actually no strategic advantage to Dazzle
Radiant's
graving
bottom
himself
tower
other than to
is
make the other
under
team go,
attack.
huh?
He's seen too much of
Dire's
Ember
middle
Spirit
tower
Burst.
is
Yeah,
under attack.
yeah, maybe that's true. Maybe it was just a preemptive grave. But I mean, this is not the bursty Ember build. He does have Flame Guard. It's a pretty damage-intensive build. But not that same level of burst that the Searing Chain's Sleight of Fist build put out.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
So
attack.
relax. Following that team fight, we'll pressure this bottom tier 1 tower. And it looks like they will finish it off, actually.
They know that someone TP'd in there.
That's 4. Invisibility rune on.
Wow, they're just gonna give him the night.
Radiant's bottom
Oh,
tower
and he
has
misses it,
though.
fallen.
They were scared.
Yeah. They had eyes on Loda, as well as EGM up top, so...
Wow.
Whoa!
Easy.
God.
Easy death.
That
He
was-
was at like 60% maybe like 55. He's got slept into a huge Wrath of Nature into a mindset. Yeah, instantly.
Dire's top
Dude, I
tower
mean,
he could've
is
gotten
under
grip, too.
attack.
I caught it on camera, but I was not ready for that whatsoever. He just blew up.
Poor Naga Siren.
Bulldog's been really on point with his Wraths of Nature this game. Really, like, he's used it at just ideal times to set up kills like that.
Yeah, nice scouting by Admiral Bulldog too. Scouting out DK coming up top, and this tower's still really low. Who's gonna get the last hit?
Uh-oh. There's the Dragon Tail, but DK actually takes a few more
Dire's
attacks on the
structures are
EGM. The
fortified.
whiff comes out. They'll try and bait out the deny. 2 points coming in as well. Should be an easy deny. Oh, EGM. He thought the trees were clear. Realizes that
It looks clear.
this guy needs to be cut down right here.
Dire's
Wait, oh
top
God.
tower has
That
been
guy,
denied.
yeah. It does look kind of clear, actually, but that pesky little tree.
Mighty order.
So while that was happening, Ancient Apparition did get picked off by this 4-man
Dire's
death
middle
squad of
tower is
Alliance.
under attack.
I will level out the tower count though, 1-to-1, although that top was denied, so there is a small gold disparity there. Alliance will just rotate towards mid, tier 1, taking heavy pressure with those treants in the
Radiant's
front line.
top tower
So
is
it looks
under
like
attack.
Relax will group up for a tower push of their own. Veno putting down those plague wards.
Dire's middle tower
Everyone tower
has
in the mid
fallen.
has
Bane's
it
in
now.
no man's land.
EGM, you need to be careful, buddy. Nice work with the Veno, trapping him in.
Easy tower. Admiral Bulldog will get the last hit. He is by far a net worth leader. 5,000 gold on him with phase boots, Midas, and a shadow
Radiant's
amulet in
bottom
11
tower
minutes
is under
time.
attack.
Puck, he is relatively close to his
Dire's
blink
middle
dagger. He does have a
tower is under
payload inside of
attack.
him, but the Ember Spirit is nowhere to be found.
Yeah, the blink will come out before too long, so it's not so bad for S4 right now, just being that taxi service for Loda. Pop out. Taking a glance at the gold graph, Alliance holding on to about a 3,500 gold lead, 3,500 experience lead, somewhere around there. Very good shape on that front. I kind of agree with this Venno, though. He's got a good bit of the relaxed farm,
Radiant's top
but
tower
what's he
is
going to
under
do with it? I
attack.
almost feel like that graph is kind of misleading, because Venno doesn't really have any scary items. He's just got power treads and the quill. He does have 1,500 gold in saving. He could turn into a mech, but he's
Radiant's
just not
top
the hero that
tower
you want to
has
farm
fallen.
on.
Naga Siren will get the last hit. He is very close to level 6. Dread is on that Naga Siren. Just about 45 experience away, but Admiral Bulldog more than happy. Just farm it away. Gold graph about 2,500. Can they have any big setups with the Naga Siren ultimate? Yeah, they could have an AA ultimate into a Venom ultimate, but AA is not level 6 yet. He is over level 5. Shoshlo will get scattered out in the Radiant jungle.
Uh-oh. Watch out, Shochlo. He's got his Blades of Attack back home, so that will be phase boots coming.
Grip coming out.
Ember Spirit is rather poor, yeah. Ancient Apparition gets dropped. ETF from the high ground.
Or AA, wrong place, wrong time. 0-4-0 on him. He just needs his level 6. He just needs to stay back and just chill.
Alliance will go for a
bottom
push down
tower is
bottom.
under attack.
Bulldog ports in, and there you go. You've got some treants coming out. We'll go ahead and sacrifice one of them to intercept the creep
middle
wave.
tower is
They
under
can make
attack.
this an easy push. Keep the creep aggro on the tower. And once again, tower count will be leveled out.
Dire's bottom
He needed to
tower
be level
has
6
fallen.
before these pushes started happening.
Radiant's middle tower is under
It's
attack.
13 minutes in, and AA can do a
Dire's
lot of
bottom
damage if
tower
Alliance
is under
overextends into a
attack.
push, but without it, they don't really care.
Yeah. And he's about halfway to level 6, so it's still going to be a little while before he gets there. And you're absolutely right. They need him to stop these pushes. S4 with a surprise inside. Uh-oh.
Radiant's
Not the
middle tower has fallen.
initiation they were hoping for. Naga Siren uses the ultimate. Rage, keeping Loda, well, actually immune to the sleep and keeps him kind of safe and sound. Now Alliance will continue to pursue. The tier 1 tower in the mid has already fallen, but still no blink on the puck. They won't be able to pursue too easily. There would have been a couple of kills there had S4 already had that blink up. He definitely could have gotten a big coil, but just wasn't in position. First Naga sleep of the game does keep RX alive.
Yep. I don't even know if that sleep was in favor of Relax or Alliance, because Puck was stunned right before he cast it. I think he thought that Puck would silence out of the phase shift, but instead they got the jump on Puck, and I think they could have maybe burst him down. Just net Loda and then try and burst down Puck, and then after that you can try and sleep set up. But regardless,
Slow. He gets caught inside the Fiend's grip. He did have Flame Guard on, but just not enough. Bane, he adds another one to the board. He just can't catch a break.
yeah. And then Nature's Prophet, he's more likely than not going for an Orchid. Next, maybe a Sheep Stick, but either of those will just completely shut down this Ember Spirit. Look at his items right now.
Shadow Blade up. Uh-oh. Courier scouted out. But they won't be able to grab it.
Oh wait, they see Venomancer in lane. Are they going to turn around? Like a no.
Alliance, I think they just want to continue pushing down towers. There is now a Blink Dagger up on the Fairy Dragon. Dazzle, what are you working on, buddy? He's got himself some Arcane Boots. A nice support Dazzle there. Urn is complete on EGM, but the remaining pieces are still sitting at home in that security box. And Loda, he's just going very standard here.
Dire's
Phase
middle
Boots
tower
into the
is under
Drum of
attack.
Endurance, and he's had that move for quite some while.
Why does that have to be a security box?
Security box?
Could be under the mattress.
Under the mattress?
You don't know where he stores his money.
Yeah, I don't know where he keeps his money. Some old cigar cases from the 20s. Okay, he takes the ensnare. Now shots whoa, they'll come in, they'll have plenty of damage to finish off the Dazzle. As a Breeze Fire comes in, Loda doing some damage. There's the Poison Nova from Venomancer. A 3-man coil comes from the Fairy Dragon. Loda now stuck inside the ensnare though. That poison just a bit too much as Veno is, well, going level 9, but still doing a lot of damage. Alliance actually get cleaned up here. It's a 3-0. All
Radiant's
5 are
bottom
relaxed to stay
tower is under
alive.
attack.
Wow, they don't even have a mech either. And actually, Bulldog's gonna fall. That's a 4-0. That's a 5-0. That's a clean sweep.
Ake didn't get anything off that fight. He wasn't even disabled. He was just like running away. He could have casted Weave. He could have casted Grave on himself. but
underestimated the damage.
yeah, I think so. And the Dragon Knight with the Shadow Blade also caught them off guard.
Yeah, Dragon Knight picked up that Shadow Blade just moments before that fight started.
That was
a
huge.
couple of seconds.
And AA finally hit level 6, so Relax's lineup starting to come together. They didn't even need Naga Siren Ultimate to set up that fight. And with that, the gold graph's gonna swing pretty heavily.
Experience has definitely swung back down to 0. Gold, still actually a pretty sizable lead for Alliance. Perhaps it hasn't updated yet.
Shoshlo, he needs items though. Without a farmed Ember Spirit, I don't think they can win this game. Dragon Knight's getting there. He already picked up an Ogre Club post Shadow Blade. Look at Life Stealer's items. He actually only has Phase and Drums, and he's going for the 16-minute post.
Loda says, all right, guys, we just got Team Live. No more messing around. I'm getting Midas. I'm going to show these kiddies how to farm. Let's do this thing.
Yeah, I think they're just waiting for Nature Prophet to get that big item up, and then just look to pick off Ember Spirit. If Ember Spirit doesn't get farmed and they just keep picking him off with the Nature's Prophet, then they can easily win this game. They don't really have to force the issue. And Relax's 5-on-5 is very, very strong with the AA Venom that you hate, and the Ember Burst, as well as just DK being up close and personal. They can't really burst him down. They have like Puck Burst as well as Lifesteal Rage, but if they don't kill him in that, or if there's a Song of a Siren to interrupt, then I don't know. He's gonna go to town, get like 3 Dragon Tails and 3 kills.
Yeah, 3 Dragon Tails, 3 kills. Looks like the Veno will be working towards an Ag Scepter, has himself a point booster already, and actually 285 here doing the same thing. Point booster on top of the brown boots, so well on his way to that Ag, with about 900 still in savings as they clear this very small ancient stack. Just some golems and dragons.
That's the one thing I like about Venomancer's support. If you're falling behind, or if you just need farm, you can just do ancient stacks anytime with level 4 wards.
Yeah, wards are deceptively tanky for sure.
And they do a lot of damage. A lot of deeps. And it's good for Roshan.
Yeah, so double Midas on Alliance. They will just continue farming now. They'll feel a little bit less
smoke on
pressured.
top, trying to kill Dragon Knight.
Dragon Knight. Do they have detection though?
They have a sentry on Dazzle, but
oh, actually no. There's 3 on Dazzle and 1 on. Fang, so.
He's trying to get a solo kill on S4.
Oh, they're trying to bait this out. This is so smart from Alliance. And actually, is it smart? S4's in a little bit of trouble. There's the Fiend's Grip. They'll go ahead and use the Grave to stop S4 from shattering, but I don't think it'll be enough. Yeah, he'll fall to the Ancient Apparition.
If he had one more level of phase shift, he would have been able to live.
Yeah, so what should have been just an easy kill on the Dragon Knight ends up being a 1-for-1.
I think that's worse for DK though. DK needs to be KB. Puck doesn't really need that much else.
Right.
So.
That's true. Still very
Wait, why did Gold Graph not move at all past that fight? It should have. Past that mid fight.
yeah.
Look at it. It doesn't even look like anyone died.
I noticed that. I mean, the experience graph reflected it. Maybe, like, I want to blame the Hand of Midas's.
It was a 5-for-1.
5 for...
No, 5-for-0.
5 for 0.
Oh, I guess they got the tower.
Yeah.
I suppose. But still.
Yeah, I guess the tower levels it
But
out.
then, I mean, after that, they get like a free
Dire's top
minute to
tower
farm
is
after
under
that.
attack.
While everyone's just chilling in the fountain. Anyways, looks like they will find a...
I mean, double Midas versus nil Midas is a pretty big advantage in terms of just like after that fight you get the tower, then they use a double Midas straight away. That right there pops you kind of, gives you a little boost. And no, it is weird though. I would have expected the graph to reflect that fight a little bit more.
Shoshlo, he's getting some farm. Looks like he will be going for a Battle Fury, I suppose, with that Claymore.
Probably.
That's gonna be a late Battle Fury. It's gonna be like a 26-minute, maybe.
Yeah, if that. That's assuming that they don't pressure him at all or he doesn't die once more. But I think Alliance will continue to stay at least a little bit aggressive. S4 is trying to make some plays around the map. Open some space up for Loda here. What Loda's gonna get next? Yeah, Basher wouldn't be too bad.
Armlet. Oh,
Armlet.
that's good. I
Just
like
straight
Armlet.
Armlet.
It gives him a little bit of armor. Gives him more survivability.
Is Armlet
He could
really
also go save
ideal?
him Yasha.
Is Armlet really ideal against Ancient Apparition though?
It's alright.
It's I.
It's alright. He has rage. He can dodge the AA ultimate.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. That's a... Legend Yasha isn't bad against AA as well in case he does get clipped by the ultimate, up that HP buffer a little bit.
They should be able to get the jump on Relax though. As they need to kill the Naga Siren though, because if they use the Blink, the Coil, the Waning Rift, and the Rage, and the Infest, and then they counter with just one one Naga Siren ultimate, they can just turn around and kill Lifestealer right there on the spot. So they have to be a little bit careful how they use the Infest bombs. And I guess at this point it's better just to not take the risk, and he will actually be going for a Maelstrom, even though... I mean, if Naga Siren were a primary carry, I would say Maelstrom's good, but without Naga Siren being farmed, magic damage is decent versus Dragon Knight because he has a lot of armor, and if you want to break away at him, having a Maelstrom for that Chain Lightning Deeps is pretty good.
Right.
But versus Ember Spirit, I mean, he already has the Flame Guard, here has it maxed, and I'm lukewarm about it.
It's definitely an interesting choice, but here we go. Smoke from RX. They will wrap around onto S4. Puck first to fall in this fight. Now Ake probably in some trouble as well. Bulldog throws the Wrath of Nature. Does bounce from other heroes. Ake will just grave and TP. That's not happening. He'll die to the Ember Spirit. And that'll be a 2-0. Now EGM's in some trouble. S4 will buy back here. Bane gets a defensive nightmare off. There's the waning, or pardon me, the dream. Well, waning rift to follow up as well. Loda just right-clicking down the Naga. Oh, wow. Just not enough DPS before the rage expires. S4 wants this kill, though. He'll take a Gale. Orb forward. And they pursue and grab a counter kill. Maybe they can onto the Venomancer. Out comes the Sprout from Admiral Bulldog. And they will find a recovery kill. He does actually burn the Poison Nova as well. But still, that was a 2-for-1. And S4 bought back.
Puck should have silenced out of the phase shift. If he had silenced out of the phase shift, I think he would have been okay. He could have orbed out. But he did a panic puck. The phase shift and then no escape plane afterwards. Maybe he tried to get his blink off before he tried to get the silence, but the silence is just a much safer play because he wasn't facing the way that he wanted to blink.
He only has 1 point in the phase shift. That makes everything.
Silence!
Even if he didn't panic puck, that less than a second of immune. Not great. Not
I
great.
see a
He needs
lot of
experience.
ping coming out from Relax. Oh, Relax still, I mean, they've been holding on surprisingly well, especially considering how poorly the laning phase went for them. It was like 6-1 in favor of Alliance. Relax's tri-lane just got completely shut down. And after that, I mean, with that 1T2 fight, they are right back in this game. Orchid already complete on Nature Prophet. Now, things get a lot more tough for Relax because they don't yet have a BKB on Dragon Knight, and Ember Spirit still really has nothing.
Oh, Venomancer, you poor little snake. Easy peasy. Bulldog showing off that brand new Orchid. Tries inside, and they grab a kill.
He almost has a Scepter.
Venom?
Yes. So he is actually the highest net worth on the side of Relax, and a lot of TPing going around. They want to kill Shotchlow, trying to find him, but no
He's
cigar.
actually close to that Battle Fury now.
Yeah,
That last little skirmish where they picked up those 2 kills really helped out.
pretty respectable.
Yeah. So not a bad recovery.
Well, it's
item.
this always this way for Shotchlow though. He like never has a good early game because the other team just like to put a lot of pressure on him. They don't have the best laning choices, and as it stands, I mean, maybe he can do a lot of deeps.
Possible. We've certainly seen Embers get out of control, but now Shotchlow, he's in some trouble. Look at how quickly he dies. The power of the Orchid. What a smart choice from Bulldog. They will just get an easy kill on Ember Spirit. They didn't even really need the Life Stealer there. That was pretty much all Bulldog.
Yeah, I'm scared for this Ember Spirit going forward.
Yeah, and also with going to Shadow Blade first, Bulldog hits hard and fast. Now he hits for over 200 a pop. And the utility of the Orchid, as well as all the mana regeneration, this is just a well-rounded, very aggressive Nature's Prophet build that lets him transition into kind of a semi-carry with those
So
right clicks.
even if Ember Spirit has Battle Fury, he's still gonna die because he can either get gripped, he can get silent from Puck, he can get Orchided. If any of those happen, he's just gonna get melted.
All right there. That wasn't even in the fight. Now there is a smoke from Alliance. There you go. Hop forward onto the Veno. He will get gripped up. Naga comes in with the ultimate. And AOP as well. Ake, pardon me, in some trouble. He will shatter. Dragon Knight finishes him off. Recoil comes out to the puck. Admiral Bulldog and Loda joining the party, and they will just clean up Relax. Veno will actually buy back. Admiral Bulldog taking a lot of damage. Shotchlow, he's now joining the party. He'll help clean up these kills. Bulldog as well
Dyer's
as
bottom tower is under
S4 do
attack.
get, not S4, pardon me, EGM get finished off. Loda will actually take a Venomous Gale. Puck will get finished off by the Ember Spirit off to the side. And
They might lose a gem here.
Loda, he's in some trouble. He'll turn around. That Maelstrom actually doing some work, but now the Rage is done. I'm not sure. Can they go blow for blow? Yes, they can.
That Venom ultimate just crushed them though. He got a double kill after he died.
They need a pipe.
They do need a pipe.
They need a pipe bad. They need it bad.
They need a mech. and a pipe.
Back and a pipe, yeah. Back never good against Ancient Apparition, but still a useful item. And again, Dazzle died before he was able to grave.
Yeah, Aki is just...
He needs to position a little bit better. This might be a game where he needs to put a few more of those points.
Well, to be fair, Dread was in a really good position to counter initiate with Silent Siren.
Yes, yes, he was. Interrupted that Fiend's grip.
Nice play.
A little bit of a hasty initiation from Alliance as well. They kind of just ran in there. It was just like, yeah, we know that we don't have eyes on everyone on the map. But
Well, they bought 5 there. They're pretty confident in that because they think they can blow someone up, even if things go poorly, they'll still have all 5 members there with Invest inside the Nature's Prophet. So you can't really blame them for that fight. I think it was just really good play from Relax. It was right outside their T2. They reacted very quickly, and most importantly, Naga Siren was there to counter initiate.
Yeah, the position of Naga was spot on for sure. So let's take a look at this gold graph here. It's still just making a little dent, but Alliance continually
Dire's
picking up
top
momentum. Now
tower
about a
is under
7,500
attack.
gold lead and 3,000 experience.
Double minus, man. Battle Fury is up on Ember, so he has a
Dire's
deep.
top
Naga
tower
Siren
is
still
under
retains a
attack.
gem, which is nice for dewarding, but that's about it.
Dire's structures are
Yeah,
fortified.
I still worry for Relax. Even though they're holding their own right now, they're doing pretty well. Alliance are still in a good spot.
Dragon Knight still doesn't have his BKB. Like, he was super farmed. He had his Ogre Club, like, immediately after that T2 fight, and that was ages ago.
Yeah, I mean, he does have 2,300 gold in savings, to be fair, but he needs that BKB pronto.
Looks like Alliance trying to force a fight at this T2. There is an infest inside of S4. Can they get an easy kill? I think they can. Dreads, Saga Siren, 20 seconds. They have a pretty small window, but look how far back this creep is. I don't think it's gonna matter.
I don't think they'll make it. I think that was probably the mindset. Try and make something happen while Song of the Siren's down.
Yeah.
Good thought, but they just don't have the power to break that tower. Fiend's Grip is available, though.
And they'll bounce. Bounce, bounce.
They'll retreat. Just go back to farming. Utilizing those Hands of Midas. Taxi Service Puck just drops Loda off here by the Ancients. Mjolnir is now up on Loda. He's also level 16. S-Bomb does a little bit more damage.
I see a lot of life stealers. They just like sit inside the puck for like 100 seconds. The duration of their cooldown.
Yeah, that's a little much.
Yeah. I mean, if it fails, it fails. No biggie. Just a wasted ultimate.
Yeah. It's a basic cooldown, not the longest of cooldowns either. 100.
It's not the most important in team fights either. It's not like a what's a big one? Song of the Siren. It's a big one.
Polarity.
Reverse Polarity. Ancient Apparition Ultimate. Venomancer Ultimate. Those are the big ones that you don't want to like
Oh, you
completely
meant in the
waste.
context of this game.
Of this game, yeah.
I thought that was just
Black
one of
Black
them.
Hole.
Yeah, I was just like, there's a lot of them, man.
Ravage.
Alright, that one looked. Oh boy. So things definitely slowing down a little bit here. Alliance trying to find an opening, but Blacks have just been pushing back enough that Alliance are getting a little bit cautious about trying to just brute force their way through this game. And
The thing is, they can still kill Ember very easily. If they get the jump on him, if they find him farming alone, then he is just dead meat. 1200 HP, and if he's silenced, he's just gonna absolutely melt. So I think Relax, they probably need a BKB on him, or a Lincoln's, or something. Maybe 4 staffs, even something that so he can survive and keep continuously doing damage with his Battle Fury. Because as it stands right now, Relax is really good for 10 seconds with the A ultimate, with the Venom ultimate, with the Dragon Knight BKB, but after that they don't really have anything, and unless it's Ember Spirit staying alive and Sleight of Fisting people.
And now RX move right into the Roche pit. It is scouted out by the Illusory Orb. Alliance are privy. I imagine they're going to want to contest here.
I don't know, I don't think they can. Not with Nagasaki ultimate. They'll try.
True.
This Roche is going down way too slowly though. It's only at 1/3 HP, and looks like everyone is there except for Admiral Bulldog. This is bad. And the Weave. Oh no, they need to get out.
And they'll do just that. Ember Spirit around the backside. They're just fine. Now Puck stuck inside the pit. In my wild coming back in. There's the initiation on the S4.
Where's the grave?
Apparition in as well. Pardon me. Ake. Yeah, it's the grave once again. Now this fight will break out. Nature's Prophet finishes off the Ancient Apparition. Song of the Siren come. And there is a BKB up on Bulldog. That's a new addition to the team. Loda in the front lines as well. We'll go ahead and put on that static charge. Dragon Knight gets picked off. There's 2 fights breaking out here. I'm watching Loda. Meanwhile, Bulldog is just soloing their team.
Loda's so fat right now, even without rage, they can't kill him.
Yeah. And now, right now, it's the Veno and Bane going blow for blow. Bane will just try and pour it out. Barely enough time, but he'll do it. Part of that was just a full focus away from Roche. Alliance will be successful in sniping the Roche kill. And of course, Aegis goes the way of the Life Stealer. Really a great hold from Alliance. They end up getting a 1 for 2 as well.
His Song of Saturn is just not as effective in teamfights as I thought it would be. They had the BKB surprise by Nature's Prophet, and then they had the Rage on Life Stealer, and they just kept running away there in the Song of the Siren. And that was without the two supports doing what they could be doing.
Yeah. Admiral Bulldog is just so farmed right now. He is 17,000 on net worth. Highest for Relax is Veno at 10k. So he is the big hitter right now, and even
he's almost like DK and Ember Spirit combined.
Yeah, you're exactly right. That's how farmed he is. Look, what's Ember doing with this other Claymore? Is he going Battle Fury Shadow Blade?
He could be going double Battle Fury.
Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, it's more Battle Furies, I guess. We just haven't seen that build very commonly. Like the mass Battle Fury build is kind of falling off a bit. But here we go. Engage up top. Loaded will get harassed back, but Venomancer taking a lot of damage as the Wrath of Nature flies around. AA Ultimate connects with Loda. And if he shatters here, it won't be the end of the world. He still has the Aegis up. And it will be kind of a close call. The Grave comes out with plenty of time to spare. And, oh, HEM, he'll get picked off as he takes a Bola and then a Breathe Fire. Again, Relax. Do you make a hold and they trade 1 for 1? Bane for the Venomancer.
Still have to deal with the Aegis though. Oh, Ancient Apparition.
See you later, AA. They'll push out the Elder Dragon form as well. Now Alliance could possibly just back out. No, they want to go for this. S4 gets killed once again. BKB is up on the Dragon Knight. That's a huge pickup. Loda still with the Aegis in tow, stuck inside of his snare. He's just going to go man mode. Well, he can't quite decide. Regardless, it'll cost him. That is the Aegis, and now Loda's in trouble. He'll try and make the escape. No rage available. Gale, Dragon Tail, being snared to top it all off, and they get a kill on the Life Stealer.
Another nice hold by Relax. I mean, they're holding on just fine. 12,000 gold deficit, no problem. And they've expended a fair amount of buybacks in this game. I think Venomancer has expended 2, Puck has used 1, and his Sheep Stick is going to come at a really, really late pace. Dragon Knight with his BKB just able to pick him off easy peasy. Ember Spirit fairly close to his second Battle Fury, and yeah, he's somewhat catching up. I mean, Nature's probably being farmed as Knights, but it's just a Nature's process. It's not like he's going to one-shot your entire team.
It's true, and one of the things about this Ember Spirit build going mass Battle Fury is it's good for turtling. It's really hard to push into because you're forced into this little corridor here if you want to try and break the base, and the area of the Ember Spirit is something like that. It's pretty big, so it's easy for him just to cleave your entire team down. Now on top of that, they've got AA mixed with the Naga and Veno, and like I said in the draft, Veno AA is really good in the late game. Once you have like a Veil of Discord, you've got Ag Scepter up on both heroes, and Ancient Apparition is pretty close to his. He's only about 800 gold away, and that's when things will get really scary. They do an absurd amount of damage in the late game. The hard part is just making your lanes work and dragging the game out long enough for that farm to become a reality. So
they've been doing a good job with that though.
Yeah, I'm using that as like I have some faith in RX here.
I have faith in them too.
Like, especially once AA, he's now level 11. Once he grabs that Blade of Alacrity, things are going to be very difficult for Alliance. You can only crave so many targets.
And it's not like they don't have a lot of room to grow, too. Dragon Knight, he pretty much only has Shadow Blade and BKB right now. He'll have an AC at some point in time. Naga Siren, he can get like a Heaven's Halberd and still be pretty useful. They can get like a Veil of Discord on one of the supports, and Ember Spirit still has a long way to go. On Alliance, like Nature Prophet, he can get, what, a Daedalus or MKB? Oh,
there's the Daedalus.
He hits really hard now, 320.
Yeah.
But can he outcarry an Ember Spirit? I think they have to end the game like fairly quickly though. Like we saw Life Stealer just get wrecked. Is getting to that point where they're farmed enough where they can survive during the first rage and then kite him and usually kill him before the second.
Yeah, I think it's more about initiation. Alliance just can't do that brute force. We're going to break your base. They have to do something more crafty. They either have to smoke, get down some aggressive wards, catch somebody off. One of the problems with this Ember Spirit build, even though it's great for turtling, it makes him unbelievably squishy. If they catch him out at all with an Orchid, a Sheep, even just the silence from Puck, he will die.
He will die. They need 4 staffs too. I think one of the supports on Relax should go for a 4 staff, one should go for a Veil, and they also could bait it out too. Ember Spirit farming alone, they know they're probably going to try and gank him and counter gank with Dread. The only problem is they might actually die because of the double magic immunity.
Yeah, and also once Puck gets Sheep, things will be a lot more lax, and Actually, S4's made a pretty decent recovery after taking some unfortunate deaths in this fight. He's got about 2,500 in savings, so not too much longer till that sight device pops into his inventory.
Yeah, he had treads and blink at like 14 though, so in 20 minutes he's only been able to farm like 5,000 gold, which is
It's
not
been
that
slow.
great.
He's been picked off first in these fights a few times as well.
Yeah, well, to be fair, a lot of the grades have been coming out late from Aki. Aki just has not had that much of an impact on Dazzle.
Yeah, this has definitely been some lackluster Dazzle play, but he will go ahead and level up that Shallow Grave. He had 2 points in Poison Touch very early on. Now he will transition into Grave, so that may help out a little bit. Increasing that range is key. You know, being able to get off Graves without putting yourself in a really...
Yeah, he needs that level 4 grave ASAP. He will almost have the mech coming out maybe around 37 minutes. That's decent. They need a pipe though, as you said earlier. They need a pipe badly.
Yeah, pipe would be really huge. And what does scare me for Relax though is that Alliance are still continuing to move ahead in the farm. Even though they haven't really been taking the best team fights, they still have a 12,000 gold advantage that is slowly but surely headed upwards. There will be a second Battle Fury now up on the Ember Spirit, so that's Phase Boots, double BF. And Tame My Wild, he's working towards an Assault Cuirass. Really not too far off the mark, just about 1,800 gold or so to go. There'll be a smoke from Relax.
I like how Shasho's been spending his gold though. If he doesn't spend his gold and he waits for a buyback, he can't do anything by himself in a team fight. I guess if he gets picked off, it's also he's gonna need it, but he has been doing a really good job of not getting picked off after the first Orchid death from Nature's Prophet.
Am I Wild in the front lines? He does have that Shadow Blade on. It will expire. RX will have an unsuccessful smoke gank here as they do retreat back towards the Dire Ancients.
Nice scouting by Admiral Bulldog. What do you think about that fungal set?
I'm not crazy about it. I think it borders that line of like what's too ridiculous to be in the game. You know how people are really serious about keeping to the heroes, and you know, because it was a PA that they gave her a scythe and everybody got all upset because dagger and all that stuff. I think the fungal set borders that it's kind of a gray area. I don't mind it. I think it's ugly personally, which is kind of why I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think everything's okay except for the helmet.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Everything else is alright. The helmet is just a little bit too dark. It's like, I don't know. It's just weird looking. I don't really... Why does he have a mushroom on his head?
He's the fungal lord.
Yeah, but is it like he actually has mushrooms on his head, or is it just a mushroom hat?
I think it's a mushroom hat.
I don't understand the look. Like he found some mushrooms and then just crafted them into a hat and then like sprayed them with hairspray so that they don't like I don't know. It just I don't understand how does it work? Where did the mushroom come from? Why aren't there any other big mushrooms in Dota? Where did he find it?
Smoke coming out from 3 of the Alliance heroes in mid. They do want to kill the AA. There it goes. He is. Oh, actually, he's surviving a decent. Oh, this is bad.
Oh no!
What?
Alliance, this is bad. Shotchlo will fall, but now Admiral Bulldog, he's got the BKB on. Will actually find a kill on the Ancient Apparition. He's just going to stand his ground and fight for now. As long as the Siren comes out, Bulldog, his BKB will actually expire, and that buys him a little bit of time, but he'll fall shortly after. There's the Breathe Fire.
Is under attack.
Loda, the only one left alive, and that's a 2 for 4.
They just walked up the hill at the wrong time,
Yeah.
and they lose the gem.
Radiant's
That was-
bottom
wow.
tower is under
That
attack.
was... You can see that amount of damage that Relax can put out.
If they
That
killed
was
him right here, they would have
really
been okay.
impressive.
But I think that Puck didn't use his Dream Coil, and they thought they could kill him with a sheep. I think if they Dream Coil right there, if he runs out, he's dead.
See, that was another really greedy. They had Fiend's Grip and Dream Coil, and they're like, nah, we can kill AA. It's just an
Radiant's middle
AA.
tower is
And if they
under
used
attack.
either of those spells and finished him off, that just would have been a completely...
I didn't think AA was that tanky either, but yeah, this is why you go the Blade of Alacrity
Radiant's
last,
bottom tower
and then the
has
Ogre
fallen.
Club, and the Crub. Man, this is looking bad for Alliance. Like, Life Stealer is nice and all, but his time to shine is pretty much almost over. I mean, he's still ridiculously farmed, so he can do a ton of damage, but CS, 199 last hits for Lifestealer 198 for Ember Spirit. So finally, Ember Spirit has caught up in the last hit department. In terms of gold though, he's still 6,000 behind. But it's an Ember Spirit. He doesn't really need to be in the fight. They have a Heaven's Halberd up on Naga Siren. So if they had a difficult job of kiting Lifestealer before, it'll be a little bit easier. EGM gets Searing Chains and Bolas. But I mean, I'm pretty scared for Alliance. Maybe if they get the next Roshan, they'll be in a decent position. But as we saw last time, they couldn't break the base with the last Roshan. What makes you think they can do it again this time when Relax has even more items than before?
Yeah, double damage turn up on Loda as they move into the Roche pit. And they will take him down reasonably fast. For Richin ultimate.
And that's a Scepter ultimate too.
Oh, wow. Look at all the damage coming out from the Ember Spirit as well. Alliance say, hey, there's no way we can do this. We need to back out. And in they come. BKB pop. Dragon Knight in the front lines. Admiral Bulldog in the front for Alliance. But it may cost them. Admiral Bulldog gets in trouble. Dazzle also gets picked off around the backside. And down goes the Bane. Now over here, Venomancer was finished off by S4 and Loda. Now the surprise inside. They're just trying to make the escape. And oh no! S4 has the blink available. There you go. They'll turn around on the shot club. Nature's Prophet buys back as well. And maybe they can turn this around. There's still hope for Alliance. That comes out on the Loda. Ice Blast as well. Yeah, Loda's dead. That's going to be a shatter. He'll buy back. Admiral Bulldog, he just bought back.
Where's that gem?
5.
Oh, Naga Siren had it. He was not up there. Well, they could have slept and killed him too.
Yeah, sleep's available.
Lifestealer already back. They do not want to give up this Roshan at any cost.
Double buybacks coming from Alliance on both the Lifestealer and the Nature's Prophet.
See ya.
The two supports will be coming back in just a couple seconds here. They've got a good 30-second window.
They have a blink sheep.
Veno and Ember are dead, and now Tame My Wild's in trouble. There's the Song of the Siren, but Rage is still on for Lifestealer. Net from Naga, and Tame My Wild will just pour it out. Do they have an interrupt? Oh, that poison touch was so close. Two of them will pour it out, and now I think Alliance can actually secure Roach. With 2 dead, Relax just won't be able to contest.
Yep, who's it gonna go to? I think it's Loda. He needs to sell his Minus though. I know that how much that pains him.
Roshan
They have
has
to give him
fallen
Oh, he
to
sold
the
his
Radiant.
drums. Most people would sell their Midas, I think, right there.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, the Midas is kind of run its course. Maybe he just wanted to use it one
Yeah,
last
he doesn't
time.
have any extra move speed though. Just phase boost right now. I mean, he's already getting kited. His problem is not damage; it's getting kited.
Yeah.
And drums definitely helps with not getting kited. But still, Loda and Alliance, they do secure Roshan, and now they're looking to push up. A ultimate is up though. Naga Siren ultimate. Ooh, that was a long cooldown. It was a level 11 one, so 60 seconds left on that. Everything else looks like
Dire's
it's up
middle
though.
tower
Yep.
is under attack.
DK is not with him right now.
Dire's
He is down
structures
bottom,
are
pressuring by
fortified.
himself. He
Where's
does have-
Ember Spirit? He needs to cleave this.
He's got TP scroll, but it's not up for another 2 seconds. They're forced to burn the glyph straight away. And Sleight of Fist comes, but actually doesn't connect with any of the heroes. Alliance will use a defensive weave coming from Ake. And now this tier 3 tower taking a lot of damage. There's the AA ultimate. Will phase shift. And here we go. The engage starting. Dread in the front lines. He will slither back, but Shotula is the target of choice. He barely survives the CCs as he scoops
Uh-oh,
back
look
that
at where
fire.
Loda is.
Uh-oh.
Disaster.
Tame My Wild, he's in the back. He's splitting the team in half. Loda coming back in. And a lot of damage coming out now. They'll proc the Aegis, but they'll also finish off the Ancient Apparition.
They needed a grave on him.
Yeah, Ake is just not on point with these Graves. It's level 4, still off cooldown.
Yeah, I mean he was raged there too. He could have life stolen a lot. I think he used all of his cooldowns right there. But
Yeah.
well,
With AA dead for 40 seconds, there is still hope for Alliance to break the base here. This tier 3 tower is very low. The glyph's already been burned, and they've got a Nature's Prophet as well as a Dazzle. They should have the sustain to continue pressing forward. Elder Dragon form still online, but will be expiring reasonably soon. Bane gets the Grave, but it doesn't even proc. Still not the best use to that cooldown. Uh-oh. This could be bad. Okay, he'll turn off the ultimate. They are looking for a kill on Loda. He'll get some support coming in. Loda survives. They finish off the Dragon Knight. He'll buy back. Now Loda finally falls after dropping open wounds on the Veno. They'll finish off the Ember Spirit now. This is a very back and forth engage. Alliance did finish off the tier 3 tower. S4 just chipping at the melee. That's not what you want to be doing. And
well, he had an orb coming out, but he didn't orb because he didn't see the Shadow Blade. They needed a Sentry Ward up the base as soon as that T3 fell. And now this is really bad for Alliance.
yeah, Loda has no buyback. Puck does, but this 60 seconds with no Lifestealer on the field, and Relax have all 5 alive.
I think they can take the T3 tower. I don't know if they'll get the Rex though. I mean, Admiral Bulldog's still super stacked. He doesn't have buyback for another 2 minutes though, and there is nowhere to
Radiant's
rat.
middle tower is under attack.
Oh, this is really bad.
Yeah.
but I mean, does one Rex really matter that much for Alliance right now?
Enough that I'd be scared.
Radiant's
Yeah, if
middle
Reliance
tower
gets the
has
next
fallen.
Roshan, then Alliance is in a lot of deep doo-doo.
Yeah, but I mean, there's still a 12,000 gold lead, and Relax just don't have a care in the world. They will press forward. This tier 3 taking heavy pressure. Elder Dragon form is online. Glyph available for Alliance. They won't burn it straight away. Puck trying not to buy back. You've got 10 seconds left until he responds, and it looks like they will wait it out. There you go.
Radiant's
Glyph
middle
pops
tower
with just a
is
few
under
hit points to
attack.
spare on the tower.
Radiant's
And
middle
down she
tower
goes.
has fallen.
Now Puck has respawned. Loda up in 10 seconds. Can they finish off these melee racks? No, RX will not commit for it. And we've got a dead even game on our hands. One tier 3 down apiece, one tier 2 standing on each side, 29 to 29 at 46 minutes.
What I think is really amazing is that Relax, they're pushing Relax with 12,000 gold lead behind. I don't know how much has been expended in buybacks. Probably a good like 5,000 for Alliance. Ish.
Yeah,
4,000.
they've burnt. It's been actually pretty even in
Yeah, it's been
buyback.
pretty even in terms of buyback, but I mean, being able to exert that amount of pressure, being able to hold in that regard against an Aegis on a super farm live stealer is pretty darn impressive, and looks like Sasha
Season
was doing a good job of not getting picked off. Now he doesn't have buyback. 100 seconds for Alliance to make a push. That was just not a good time for him to get picked
That's
off.
really bad. Also, just yeah,
He was doing so well before that too. He only really died in team fights.
it's just not that safe to be farming the Ancients right there.
This is an easy rack. Probably 2.
The Relax are looking so good, but I don't know. Maybe Alliance can kind of seal the deal here a little bit. There is a Song of the Siren available, but Ember Spirit's their big damage dealer.
Dyer's middle
With him
barracks
down
are
and
under
without
attack.
risk of buyback, Alliance will feel pretty safe. Racks are exposed. Of course, no Glyph is available, so they can just focus down these buildings pretty easily until that Naga comes in with the song.
Dyer's middle
Racetracks down,
barracks
melee
has fallen.
shortly after. Bulldog, he is hitting like a truck right now with 6,000 gold in savings. Never know if the
Dyer's
Lions
middle
end up into that,
barracks
or they're backed up against the wall. We could always see that Rapier come out.
Here they go. Another T3 under
Dyer's
siege.
top tower is under attack.
Can they do anything about it? Not really. Until AA ultimate comes out.
Yeah, AA ult is available. Just looking for the opening. There you go. Just go ahead and throw it. But they find initiation. They catch the Venomancer. Song of the Siren comes out. Loda gets the grave, but he will fall. Loda actually the first to go down. Veno takes the Wrath of Nature, just not enough to finish him off. Now Bulldog actually in some trouble as Dread pokes out of the base. Puck falls as well. Alliance getting cleaned up right here. Oh no! Ake and EGM, the only 2 left alive. EGM falls, so will Ake. It is a full 5-man fight, Merlini. And now Alliance are in big trouble.
Oh boy. The A ultimate and the middle ultimate with double scepter right now is just
It's disgusting.
it's if you get to this point where both of them get scepters, then it just crushes. But they did a really good job of holding on, though. I still think it's Dread that with those sleeps that carried them through to mid game and got to this point where they haven't lost yet.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. And again, I like to poo-poo on this combo because most teams can't get this late. But if you can get to 50 minutes,
Look at Veno. He has 4,300 gold.
he needs to just right-click a Veil at this point.
I think he's going for a sheep.
Yeah.
If they get a sheep on Lifestealer, I thought I heard a song with her. Anyways,
Sheep is definitely good, but Veil would add insult
yeah,
to
Veil
injury
would
as well.
be
Like,
disgusting.
they have so much magic damage, even with like the DK as well, and like some of the magic damage Ember Spirit puts out. Veil is just so good here.
I don't think that Relax needs to make a move right now. Like, if they push the Rax right now, they could potentially get white, and then maybe take another Rax. That's not really what they want to do. Admiral Bulldog's the only one that's going to be down, and he has 5,700 gold. He can buy back and be right back in the fight. And they're not really the best at pushing. They're really good at defending, though, with the Ember Cleave, with the AA Ultimate and whatnot, but looks like they will make a move. The Glyph is still not refreshed. 1.5 minutes on that. And looks like Admiral Bulldog will be down for 20 seconds. Can they do this? I don't know. This is really risky.
Yep.
I don't like this play from Relax.
Comes out on Tame by Wild. They do have Song of the Siren coming up in about 8 seconds. They will have an escape vehicle if things go awry. Bulldog up in the single digits now. And RX will just keep away, but ultimately they will be repelled.
I think it's a smart decision for them to back. I was not feeling that. They easily died to like a blink puck sheep into an infest bomb from Lifestealer. Like right after that, they have to turn tail and run, especially if they get the Naga Siren. But at the same time, if Alliance do a poor initiate on someone that's not the Naga Siren, they can turn it around with sleep. So it was kind of a dicey play from both sides. I don't think either team wanted to risk it, especially with next Roshan coming out. We don't know how long it's going to respawn, but 20 seconds until we will see.
Tame My Wild on the Dragon Knight now has Assault Kuros complete. He has got about 4,700 gold here.
He's fat. He's a
Curious
fatty.
What'll buy next?
I think he should get an HH.
Big fatty over here.
He's Heaven's Halberd, I think. You don't really want a heart versus a life stealer. You need the evasion, I think.
Yeah, actually you're right. Heaven's Halberd would be great here. And since Naga has one as well, that means you can definitely keep that life stealer disarmed for a solid duration as well. Force staff up on the Ancient Apparition and Venomancer. If he wanted the sheep, he could go ahead and right-click it right now.
He wants buyback.
But yeah, he's making sure he has enough. He's still holding on to about 46.
His next Roshan is really important because his ages and cheese, and there's a lot of gold that's already expended for buybacks, and a lot of them are approaching 6 slots too. So,
Roche up in just about 2 minutes.
but what does Aegis Prophet buy? Did he buy anything? He had like 5,000 gold. Oh, he's buying Satanic.
I was just thinking on the courier.
Yeah. Satanic's, it's okay here. It's just decent.
He's just looking for some sustain. Bulldog in these last few fights has been dying, but I don't think Satanic is really that great against Ancient Apparition.
He's gonna die against Dragon Knight too. Like Dragon Knight's just gonna keep Dragon Tailing him in the face.
Okay. If you have AA ult on you,
You can't open wounds, life steal. You can't.
yeah, the Satanic buff doesn't work, right? If you turn on Satanic, doesn't do anything.
No.
Yeah, I thought so.
You can't. I mean, A ultimate's really strong at this point in the game, though. It takes a lot. It takes a lot away from life steal. Like even if he rages, he's not taking the frost blast damage, but he can't life steal with open wounds or feast, which is huge.
Yeah, and AA is now level 16, so Ice Blast is level 3, and it's going to be even more potent. Shatter is a reality here. At hit point threshold, 12%. Approach up in 50 seconds here, Merlini. This will be the big fight, though. You know Alliance will not let this go uncontested.
I think I underestimated the Scepter Venomancers. That thing does 108 damage a second for 16 seconds. 16 seconds.
That's a lot of damage.
It's a lot of damage. It's way too much.
It's too much, Scepter. I'm telling you, if they had a Veil as well, it would be even more disgusting. I still think Veil is a good idea.
They do have the Ancient Apparition Ice Vortex. So with that, it's approaching that 2,000 damage range for one ultimate AoE.
Yeah.
And they still don't have a pipe.
Per hero.
Why don't they have a pipe?
That was just going to bring that up. There is no reason to not have a pipe at this point. I guess you can make a case that they don't have like a great traditional pipe carrier. Like who's going to get it? Dazzle could. He went with Mech, which is a good idea. I think he's just too broke as part of the problem.
Uh-oh, this is very dangerous.
Alliance.
If they lose this fight and they have to buy back and relax secure Roshan, they lose the game. So it's pretty risky. I would imagine that Alliance would like to play it safely, go for the Roshan and then push, so they don't risk losing a fight, lose their buybacks, and lose Roshan. They preferably only want to lose one of the 3.
Yeah. This is really an odd game. It's sort of a stalemate right now. Alliance know that the earlier they end this, the better it is for them. But they're at that point where they just can't break the base. And
yeah, Relax is much better at defending than pushing too. So Relax kind of want them to push, and they have better late game.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they aren't stronger than Alliance right now.
One team has a good offense, one team has a really good defense, and when they meet each other, it's kind of like, well, stalemate. You can't break our.
Who do you
base.
think is gonna win right now?
Right now, over under.
I think it's really close to.
This is hard to say.
I would say a slight favorite of Relax.
I think a Relax will pull it out at the 59 minutes.
59 minutes. That's early.
I think this Roche fight is not going to. That's
okay. That's reasonable.
I think 59 just pre-60 is how this is going to go.
Let's see if Greg can get a good Song of the Siren. I think that's what this fight hinges on.
Yep, Alliance is smoked up here, and Roche falling. Not too fast, actually. And where's this initiation over here? Shockchlo, he's actually going to get isolated by EGM and Bulldog, but he will walk away. It's Loda who's actually isolated here. He's on the high ground. He'll get stuck inside of a net. The Grave comes out this time, but will it be enough? They should be able to finish him off straight away. Now the counter initiation comes. S4, he's in the fray. Will they be able to turn this fight around? Venomancer's the only one that's gone down so far. Loda was able to impress. Maybe picked off around the backside here. Oh, we're watching this fight. Bulldog falls. He'll buy back straight away. Lightstealer gets taken out. Tame My Wild. He drops now. And Ever Bulldog rejoins the party. Buybacks coming out of plenty on both sides of the coin. Loda, S4, and Bulldog have all fought back to get in the fight. So we're relaxed. Now this is looking like bad news bears for Team Alliance. Red, he's in trouble. S4 will beat him up around the side. Admiral Bulldog, he's in the middle. Or gem, I don't know where that gem ended up.
It's still in Red's inventory. So, all in all, it's 5 heroes alive for Relax, 2 heroes down for Alliance, so 5v3, and it looks like Relax making a move for the Roshan pit. But I don't know about this.
Dazzle will buy back now as well, but there's nowhere to port to. He's not going to be here anytime soon. Shot glow, taking sheep, Roach very low. Still gets finished off by the Dire. Dragon Knight picks up the Aegis. Puck falls. Now Alliance in big trouble.
This is GG.
See you, Loda. See you later, Bulldog. That's game. They've got no buybacks left. It's just Dazzle.
This is a disaster. Well, Relax, pulling through at the Roshan fight. I don't even know how many buybacks there were. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buybacks in that fight. And
does anybody have one left on the Radiant?
Aegis Prophet, he's too fat right now. He has all this gold, but he can't do anything with it. Like he gets slept and focused down during the BKB, and aside from that, he just gets dragon tailed outside of BKB and AA ultimate. And Lifestealer, he is getting destroyed by net. Both times he got net during his full duration raid, unable to latch onto anybody.
I mean, before the first buyback, how did Loda get isolated right there? He
got slept
right here by himself. They used the
sorry, he got netted. He got netted.
But why was he here by
I
himself?
have no idea.
That was the big problem. I thought Ember Spirit was the one that was isolated over here, but then they had to about face, and you had the Bane as well as the Nature's Prophet just running around trying to find the Ember Spirit. Meanwhile, Loda was getting his nuts cut off.
Well, they can't get Megas at this point because they're still the T2 up, but at the same time, I don't think Alliance can come back from that. That was just too big of a fight to lose.
Yeah, like, just look at the grass now. Like, the gold lead is...
Uh-oh, they're going for the throne. They want to end it right now.
Oh, will they have... They might have time. They've got 50 seconds before Loda and the Bulldog are up. They still have all 5 on Relax. I mean, what are EGM and Ake going to do?
Relax.
Relax. We're going for the
Radiant's middle
throne.
tower has
Well,
fallen.
with this
Radiant's
E4
middle
is
tower
almost
is
soon to
under
fall.
attack.
As for we'll revive before last one falls, but
This is
they
actually
don't have any physical damage. This is
Yeah, it's over. I think they can finish the throne. It's a little bit risky to go for the throne like this, but I think they pulled out the calculator for
Radiant's
Lini. They did
middle
the math,
tower
and
has fallen.
they will be able to finish it off.
I would say
Or will they? EGN, he gets caught inside the bolas. Age, he gets sheep. He doesn't even brace himself. GG, well
I would
played.
say that Dragon Knight was MVP. I don't know. All of Relax actually played really well. Ember Spirit, he got caught out a couple times, but not enough to the point where he was useless.
Yeah.
Venomancer, he got a lot of farm, and he did something with it, which I didn't expect him to in the mid game. AA had some big AA ultimates. Dread had some big sleeps, and Dragon Knight just crushed face.
Yeah.
So, wow.
They just... that was an insane...